All right, let's talk about exponent rules. I know, they can look like some kind of secret code, but I promise you, we're going to crack it today. By the end of this, you'll see it's not a code, it's a roadmap.
So you're looking at a problem like this on the screen, and your brain just stops, right? It feels like you've hit a total gridlock, a mathematical traffic jam. You're not alone. That's a super common feeling. But what if there was a way to just cruise right through these problems, smooth and easy?
Well, there is, and here's the secret. Getting good at exponents isn't about just cramming a bunch of rules into your head. Think of it like learning to drive a car. Once you get a feel for the controls and you know how to read the signs, you can go anywhere. So come on, let's get you in the driver's seat. Okay, first things first. Any car has its basic controls, right? You've got the gas, the brakes, a way to change gears. Exponents have the same thing. There are 4 core rules that are basically our dashboard controls. Let's get to know them. So this right here, this is your gas pedal. This is the product rule. It's what you use to accelerate and combine things when you see multiplication. All it says is that when your bases, that's the A in the formula, are the same, you just add the exponents.
So to put it simply, if you see 2 things with the same base being multiplied, like an x squared and an x cubed, you just hit the gas. You add those 2 exponents up. That's it. That's the move.
And of course, you need brakes. That's the quotient rule. You're going to use this anytime you see division or a fraction. It's how you slow things down and simplify by, reducing the expression. Yep, that's the whole idea. Same base, but you're dividing, you just subtract the exponents, the bottom one from the top one. It's a nice clean stop. All right, now for the fun stuff. Sometimes you need a little boost, right? Well, think of the power rule as your turbo button. You hit this when you see a set of parentheses with an exponent hanging out on the outside, ready to power up everything inside. And notice the big difference here. We're not adding, we're not subtracting. When you've got a power raised to another power, you multiply them. This is a really powerful move, but you only use it in this very specific situation. Last but not least, we gotta have reverse gear. That's what the negative exponent rule is for. Now, this is really important. A negative exponent does not mean you have a negative number. Nope. It's a direction. It's telling you to flip something. Exactly. Just imagine that fraction line is a road. A negative exponent is just an instruction to move that term to the other side of the road. If it's on top, it flips to the bottom and becomes positive. If it's on the bottom with a negative exponent, it flips to the top. It's just changing its position. Okay, awesome. You know your controls. But driving isn't just about knowing what the pedals do, it's about reading the road, right? Seeing what's coming up. It's the exact same thing with exponents. The real skill is spotting the road signs in the problem that tell you exactly which control to use. And these are your road signs. Seriously, it's this simple. You see multiplication? Green light. That's the product rule. You see a fraction bar. That's a clear sign for the quotient rule. And those parentheses with an exponent? That's your signal to hit the turbo, power rule. Oh, and a little pro tip for you. See a negative exponent? Just leave it for a bit. It's usually way easier to handle at the end.
All right, pop quiz. Look at this term here. Y to the 4th power, inside parentheses, with a 2 on the outside. What's the road sign? What's the first thing you see that tells you exactly what to do?
The parentheses, yes, that's it. That's your big, blinking neon sign. The second you see that, your brain should go, power rule. And that means you multiply the exponents. 4 times 2 is 8, so you get y to the 8th. See? You're already reading the road like a pro. So now, you've got the controls down, and you know how to read the signs. It's time to put it all together. Let's go for a drive. We're going to go all the way back to that scary-looking problem from the beginning, and we're just going to navigate it together, one simple turn at a time. Okay, let's just take this piece by piece. Look at step 1. First road sign we see, parentheses. So we use the power rule. 2 squared is 4, and x cubed squared is x to the 6th. Easy. Now, step 2, we've got multiplication happening, so that's our cue for the product rule. We combine x to the 6th with x to the negative 1. We just add those exponents. 6 plus negative 1 gives us 5. So now we have 4x to the 5th. On to step 3, we're looking at a fraction, which means quotient rule. Hey, the 4's cancel out, nice. For the x's, we just subtract the exponents. 5 minus, well, that's a 1 down there, so 5 minus 1 is 4. And just like that, step 4. We've arrived at our destination, x to the 4th. See? No traffic jam at all. Just a smooth, logical drive.
Now, of course, no road is perfect. There are always a few potholes you gotta watch out for. With exponents, there are a couple of really common mistakes that can throw you off course. But if you know what they look like, you can just steer right around them.
And this is the biggest pothole of all. Trying to use the rules when the bases are different. You got to remember, the product and quotient rules, they only work if the bases are the same. You see an x squared times a y squared? You can't combine them. You just have to leave it alone. Don't swerve into this pothole. It's a big one.
And you know, this really gets to the heart of it. This is the main takeaway. Being good at this isn't about memorizing formulas. The real skill, the thing that makes you a confident driver, is being able to look at a problem and instantly know, oh, I know what this is. I have the perfect tool for this job.
So you have the keys now. You know the controls, you can read the signs, you know how to avoid the potholes, and this is more than just passing a math test. This stuff is like the basic grammar for the language of science, of engineering, of finance. So the only question left is, now that you know how to drive, where are you going to go?